It's a. Hello, guys. Welcome to the podcast. What brings you in today? My name is Wildfang. I am also followed by Wildfang, and I'm also followed by also Wildfang, or the female version. Say hello. Y'all getting real brave with ignoring me. Y'all getting real brave with ignoring me here. I don't like y'all ignoring
2021.
me. I don't like it.
Well, you said the female. I'm not a female, so.
So obviously I'm talking about you, Wildfang, and also you, Wildfang.
No, I'm alright.
Okay,
I'm a spirit.
Of Wildfang, yes. And
no,
the other one is the dark wave of Wildfang.
So he's
You're all Wildfang. So
are we?
to start this podcast off, I like to say, first of all, I just realized something, Mr. Darkwave. At the end of your anime podcast, you said something very funny to me. You called this the Wildfang podcast, and I said, that's not the name of the podcast, but whatever.
Hey, man, look.
And
I don't know if I was there. You never told the name of it, the official name of it.
multiple
I looked
times.
at videos and said WFP. I just said,
whatever. The name is the name. You know it's the Wild Street Fighting Podcast.
oh,
I'll probably change the name at some point.
no, it's not.
I didn't
It should
even
be
know that.
WSF.
Are you serious? Yeah, WS.
We don't say it. We never announce it.
Yeah, we don't announce
We never
it.
announce. We never really say it. So it's like, even if we knew, we don't know because we don't remember.
It's whatever.
We never say welcome to Wild, Wild Street Fighter, whatever.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care.
it's too damn long.
Yeah, it is. So we'll probably change the name. Probably.
Just call it Darkwave and his loyal disciples.
Or we can call it the Wildfang Podcast, like you did, which, made my penis erect with cockiness.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna head out.
I know you're not.
Mustard, why you can't leave me with this?
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Okay, moving on.
There's no way to turn this controller down on PS5.
You said what? Can you repeat
Is there a way
that?
to turn down the controller on PS5?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the fact that if you plug in headphones, you automatically hear through the I don't like that. They don't give you the option.
Oh wait, there we go.
So
I think
I want to talk about some things. We're going to be talking about a lot about the Royal Rumble and what's going on in the current wrestling landscapes, right? We're going to have to talk about this. Start with first things first. Y'all seen Edge on NXT? Edge may be going for the NXT Championship. How do you guys feel about that nonsense?
I don't think he is.
Really?
I really don't. It's not saying that that NXT or the NXT Championship is beneath him, but I really don't think they're doing that. I really think, hey, Papa rating, whatever like that, all that shit, Edge is on NXT, but I really don't think that. No. We had this man come back after how long? 9 years, and you about to put him on NXT? No.
I think he would fit on there, though. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
It's not saying whether or not he would fit. Vince McMahon not having that.
Okay.
Like, it's the same thing of how AJ Styles was there and how Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, when they went to NXT for a second, or how unfortunately Charlotte made the ratings go down. Yeah, it's just something else to put somebody on But I really don't think. I mean, because it would be no sense to sit here. What they're gonna do? Have Finn Balor versus Edge, and what have Edge win, which is like okay, but all it's gonna do is then Karrion is just gonna whoop his ass. So it'd just be pointless.
Yeah, because I don't see him beating Karrion Cross.
Nope.
Like in the slightest. Yeah, because that would be weird to me. And it'll go back to the factor that why are we promoting the old guy over the new talent? Which it would be better if the old talent lost to the new guy. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So they might as well just have him and Roman Reigns or something like that, and just have him lose, and then cool. Establish more Roman as a heel, put more of it in his heel run, his heel dominance. You know, because everybody loves Edge.
But I don't want to see Roman versus Edge. Nor do I want to see Drew McIntyre versus Edge.
Well, oops.
Whatever. So, as we know, Sunday was the Royal Rumble. And I took notes. I'm pretty sure you also took mental notes, Mrs. Spirit. This is fun. That was a fun weekend. Let's go over the notes. And while going over the Royal Rumble. So the event. We watched the Royal Rumble on Sunday. Overall, how would you have rated the show? Was it better or worse than you expected?
It wasn't bad. Like, if I had to give it like a grade, like A, B, C, D, I would probably say like a C minus, or like a C. So it's not technically failing. You can go home with the C, but it's kind of like, you can do way better.
Makes sense.
Like but first off, I did not like the Sasha Banks Carmella match. I was bored. I did not like that match. Their other match was way better. Well, slightly better than this one. The Women's Royal Rumble, I actually kind of somewhat enjoyed that. That wasn't like bad. It just was like, oh, okay. Right person won. The Men's Royal Rumble. That wasn't like god awful either. The Roman Reigns Kevin Owens match, I think was I was gonna say it was my favorite match until that terrible botch ending. Which, it's unfortunate. Shit happens. I did not watch the pre-show. Didn't watch the pre-shows. I didn't care. I was so surprised that they put Charlotte and what's going on the pre-show. I was like, what? Your beloved queen is on the pre-show? Oh my god. Shit. What other match was on there? Was that it? Then it was it, right?
We'll go over the card.
I can't hear you, fatty.
We'll go over the card.
Okay.
Okay. So, first thing is first. There was Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They defeated Asuka and Charlotte, which for some reason it kind of bugs me that they took the belts off of Shayna and wasn't on in the first place. I don't think Vince had a long-term plan with that. If he was going to make Lacey Evans and Charlotte be whatever, which you should already know they don't have good chemistry at all.
Who?
Lacey and Charlotte.
Oh yeah, no.
Lacey sucks.
She does.
And Charlotte is better. So it's like we had two females in the goddamn on the Royal Rumble card that had to work with garbage and tried to turn gold out of the garbage. Unfortunately, they couldn't. It's almost impossible.
Not everybody is. What was it that you called it? You had a ringmaster or
ringleaders.
Ringleader. Yeah, thank you.
Charlotte is a ringleader, and
Can
Sasha
be.
is a ringleader. They are good at what they do. It's just when you put them in the ring with trash, they can't. Like, it's almost impossible for them to kind of.
Not necessarily true, because AJ Styles,
AJ Styles didn't count.
He can make it. Why?
Well, he made Roman have a good match.
Kenny Omega.
Huh? Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega can do it too.
So why don't? But does it count? Why don't it count?
Okay. I'm gonna explain this.
Can you stop talking? I can't hear you, huh?
Bayley had a match with Eva Marie. All right, so let's compare. Bayley having a match with Eva Marie, AJ Styles having a match with Jinder Mahal. Right? Sorry, but when a female wrestler is shit, they're shit. Oh my god. The ear rape that happened to my ears is astonishing.
Oh,
where was I?
I don't see how I don't talk that long.
Bro, what you did with your mic took my ears by surprise. Like,
I literally just put it to my mouth.
Okay, yeah, whatever that noise
I
was.
put it in my ear.
Yeah, whatever that noise was told my ears that it looks like a Reese's piece and it needs a piece. Anywho, where was I? Oh yeah, I said. Oh yeah, I was saying. So let's compare.
No.
Imagine Eva Marie going against Bayley, right? Versus, and compare the men's equivalent of Jinder Mahal versus AJ Styles. Now, I'm not saying all women are bad. There are a lot of terrible women on the roster, right? But when a female is terrible, it is fairly obvious she shouldn't be in the goddamn ring. Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Eva Marie was definitely one of them. Lacey Evans at this point is like, get the fuck out the ring. What are you doing? You suck at this job, right? And you're like, okay, not only are there botches all the goddamn time, but the person that's controlling the match cannot fucking keep. They can't. Right? So that's why I'm like, what? That's why I'm like, whoever, like, the Charlotte and Lacey feud is stupid, because not only is it going to be a shit match, it's not going to be good at all. Like, it's not even going to be close to good. And yes, Charlotte can only do so much. But if you put Charlotte with somebody like mediocre, like who's mediocre in the ring than the female side?
Naomi,
right?
I think Naomi's better than mediocre.
Naomi's way better than mediocre, but like who's like mediocre?
Well, I mean,
who's like average? Like
Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss.
You put somebody in Charlotte in the ring with like Alexa Bliss, she can actually turn it into a good match. You know? But she can't turn Eva Marie. Bayley couldn't have a good match with Eva Marie. No one could have had a good match with Eva Marie. It's almost impossible.
Hey, that's Bayley's favorite match. Watch your mouth.
Doc, Sasha Banks couldn't even make Eva Marie had a good match. Like, it's not possible, right? That's why I said on the opposite end, AJ Styles gave Jinder Mahal a good match. That was a good match, or one of their matches were good. You know? What is that?
I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just sitting here.
Mr. Darkwave, are you opening a can of soda?
Yes.
Good God. Was it close to your mic?
How much? It was at my hand.
Right. No, your mic is incredibly clear right now. I'm just putting that out there, Chief.
Because my mic is of elegance.
All right, cool.
I have JBL Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. That's what we can hear the whole world.
So you probably hear it.
Yeah, we heard you yelling at somebody in the back.
Where are you doing?
Anywho,
yeah.
But that's neither.
I have my door closed too. That's fun.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. Doors loud.
But yeah, so when I saw this match and Asuka and Charlotte couldn't have a good match with an actual talent, Shayna Baszler, And then Nia Jax, it's like Nia Jax dragged that match down off of virtue of just not being good in the ring at all. It's like, yo, you suck at this. And then now Charlotte's got to move on from shit to even worse shit. Like, why? Like, I don't like Charlotte, but even I know. No, she's not even close to great. I don't even know why she's even, like, Vince always puts her in shit, and I'm like, Vince, she's not good at this particular thing. Why do you keep pushing her?
You called her up too fast. Because she's a blonde and she got big tits. Well, average size, decent tits.
Nia Jax?
Oh, you talking about Nia Jax? I thought you were talking about Lacey Evans. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, I know Charlotte's chest has gotten significantly smaller.
Yes. She had to. Remember?
She had to. She had to. Popping them
drinks kept bursting.
Like, what was she going to do at some point? They was going to pop at the worst moment and she gets breast cancer. So, I'm like, why are you getting breast enhancements and being in wrestling? You stupid person, you.
Can you work on your ass? You gonna work on something, work on your ass. How you gonna have these long ass legs? Like, it just literally looks like I said, the joke that she got that Peter Griffin joint from that episode where just had the legs and then opened up the trench coat and shit, and it was just the body. It was just the head with legs. That's Charlotte.
That's fucking disgusting.
That's Charlotte. All she is just legs, just no ass, just a straight crack.
But yeah,
that's nice. I'm glad he likes that shit. So
hey, hey, I don't blame him.
Which I'm really surprised at, because most Hispanic men like some ass.
Oh, different.
That's not even me like being racist or nothing like that. Most of them, if you look at a lot of Hispanic women, they got some ass. So
yeah,
I'm just confused. But anyway, continue.
But yeah, so the match I can honestly say was not good in the slightest. It was very terrible. It was just not good, and it was completely obvious why. It's because it was Nia Jax in the ring. You know, Nia Jackson's not got that ring.
I wonder if Vince probably don't even look at her damn matches. I think anytime like she's on, I think Vince is like, all right, let me just look the other way. Let me just cut this shit off.
Well, she's not like most girls.
Yeah, exactly. Because she's
damn straight. She ain't.
Every other female
got a damn body count.
Yeah, injuring every the fuck body. But moving on. Let's talk about the next match. And the match of the night for me. Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg.
What's this?
You said what?
I forgot about this fucking match.
How you forget about this match? It was the first match of the night. If you can recall.
Hey, so from the start of their entrances, it was 7:14. The match ended at like 7:18. I told you that. I timed it. That's entrances included.
That's fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
7:14 and ended at 7:18.
Bell to bell, the match was 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yep. I was including entrances. That's why it's a difference. But yeah.
Yep. Like, now, y'all saw that match. I saw the match. I kinda.
It's a Goldberg match.
I thought Goldberg was gonna win the match.
Every 2 count was fucking. Every 2 count almost made everyone have a heart attack.
Yeah, and you saw the people booing. You saw the people in the back. Like, you heard cheers, but you saw straight boos. I was like, yeah, Vince, that's not how this works.
Sit down. Solid Monster actually damn near perfectly planned this match. He was like, all right, so this is what happened. It's going to be like somebody has the finishers on it, WWE 2K. Give Goldberg just let him kick out a Claymore, because nobody rarely clicks out of that shit, so just give him that. But let him hit with another Claymore or some shit like that, and then have Drew win, and then when Drew wins, have them shake hands for a show of respect. And he did. And I was like, good. All right, cool. Yay, goodbye.
You wanna know something fucked
Fuck
up?
up with me.
The second Claymore clearly hit that man because he sucks.
Yeah. Oh, you just see? No, I laughed. That's why I didn't remember the match, but I remembered afterward because I was fucking laughing because this man was fucking gassed. He was just he was struggling to get out of the ring. He was just like, whew, whew, whew. Hold on, let me just catch my breath. Oh my goodness! Like he just ran a fucking 50K marathon or some shit. He was just done. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, because Vince, because apparently Vince likes bringing numbers, so he brought Goldberg back, not knowing that that's not bringing numbers at all.
That's not. He's not a fucking draw. Who the fuck in 2021? Who the fuck in 2021 still cares or is still asking for fucking Goldberg? I wasn't even asking for Goldberg 2-3 years ago.
No one even knows anything about his career in 2021.
Exactly.
Right. People don't even know. Like,
they had to make extensive video packages.
People like, what?
Yeah, they had to make extensive video packages. Yeah, that shit was so sad. I'm like, yo, the video packages is more is what sorry, the video packages that they kept showing of Goldberg's career. First of all, Goldberg's career was spears and jackhammers. He did not have matches longer than that. Like, why do we keep neglecting to say that? So when people say Goldberg sucks, undefeated career in the world.
Like, no.
Yeah, that's not what happened, Chief. Goldberg's career was just straight jackhammers and spears. He couldn't have a match over a certain point because you'll notice that Goldberg can't fucking wrestle at all.
Hey man, like that jackhammer and spears what got him.
Yeah, got him money
at that time. In a time where that actually worked.
Yeah, it looked good back in the day.
It was trash. It was trash. Trash. Straight trash.
At least he can do it. Now, I don't even know what the fuck that happened.
But here's another point too. Speaking of Jackhammer, so I don't know if you guys noticed when he dropped Drew, whatever like that, completely. At first, I maybe thought it was Drew's fault because Drew is a tall boy. And
Drew didn't extend his legs, to be honest with you.
That's probably what I think, because Wild Fang was like, "Oh no, he did it." What did you say? How he did it?
All right. So when he did the joint at the Royal Rumble, usually the jackhammer, you're supposed to land the person on their back safely first and have their legs kind of cushion the fall to stop them from injuring themselves. Goldberg dropped Drew first and then came down with Drew McIntyre. He essentially did the wrong order. He was supposed to drop first to kind of, cushion the blow for Drew. So he fucked up the jackhammer again.
Because to me, and this is not saying that that's wrong, it just looked like that Drew, like he just, his legs, like it was after, when you put your legs straight up in the air, and then Drew looked like that he like bent his legs, so then that's why his feet hit the mat first or whatever like that.
Yeah, because he dropped him first. And that's
because, like I said, Drew is tall.
It's not even that. He dropped him. He dropped Drew before he came down with the jackhammer. So Drew had to either eat that hurt or fucking drop his legs so he could not eat that hurt. Realistically, as a human being, you're gonna pick the one where you're not fucking injured because this old bastard can't fucking do his move anymore. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, this man dropped Drew McIntyre. Like, imagine if Drew didn't do that. Drew would have had a broken collarbone or would have been hurt the rest of the match. Think about it. Like, go rewatch that part. That joint, like, yo, if he didn't put his legs down like that, he would have been hurt legit. Because he wouldn't have had nothing to cushion himself. Because he just been dropped from Goldberg. Like, he's still being dropped from a decent height. Like, that would have hurt like shit. Even on those damn mats. So, yeah, it may have looked like because Drew McIntyre was too tall. It's because Goldberg dropped the goddamn move early.
Like, not surprising.
Yes, not
the
surprising.
jackhammer is all about spectacle. He's supposed to be held. you're supposed to be for the spectacle of the jackhammer. You're supposed to be held up in midair. Goldberg's supposed to rotate his body as if he's coming down over you, like like he's laying on top of you. And then you go down.
You go down, and you're supposed to safely catching them and making sure they're not fully being dropped on the goddamn floor, which could hurt people.
I can't even. First of all, that's people talk about certain moves like the curbs or the punt kick or some other moves, the buckle bombs and shit and dives needing to be fucking banned. To be perfectly honest, I have rarely seen ever since, even when Bobby Lashley came back and he was doing. Remember when he almost killed Kevin Owens? Didn't he almost kill? Was it Sami Zayn? Then he also did it on too, and he
Big
almost
Cass. He almost
killed
Kevin
Owens. Big Cass. Yeah, Big Cass. Kevin Owens. It's like, yo. Granted, I don't even like Big Cass, but that's still not the point. You about to seriously injure and fuck up somebody's collarbone, neck, head, or whatever like that. Dropping these people like this. He almost killed Kevin Owens, and it's like, okay, like what? That also like stop. Find something complete. That's why I was so glad that he does now. He has the fucking the hurt lock that shit. Yeah, that shit that he does. It's like, all right, cool. Goldberg, you just need
to do a delay shit.
Okay, you suspended them in fucking midair, trying to make it more of a fucking spectacle. Not realizing, first of all, dude, the blood is all going to my head. First of all, which is already painful, and that's painful enough. Second of all, how you sit here dropping these people? Like, you can't just put somebody upside down in midair, holding them, and then just be like, all right, here you go, figure it out on your way down. Like,
that's why I said you gotta rotate your body properly. If you're doing a jackhammer, you got to rotate your body. If you don't do it, or you drop your person first, you're hurting them. So when Drew McIntyre put his legs down first, I was like, good God, he almost got hurt. Like, he literally took away the half of the force of the drop by himself. And then fucking Goldberg came down. I was like, Goldberg, you can't do your move no more. Good God. Second,
can't do it to people that heavy.
Exactly. Like, do it against lighter people. Jesus Christ.
Like, yeah, like if you want to do it to an AJ style, all right, cool. And you can even maybe have the effect of suspending AJ in the air, whatever. You want to do it to like lightweights or some shit. Shinsuke Nakamura to lightweight. Y'all don't need to be sitting here doing it to fucking Drew McIntyre, to Brock Lesnar, or Brock Lesnar. Like, I swear to goodness, if he tries to do a fucking jackhammer to Keith Lee, I will legit, like, no.
I'm glad.
Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, like these big dudes, you don't need to be doing that.
And I'm super fucking glad that when he fought Braun Strowman, he couldn't do it. Braun Strowman didn't let him do it. Because I would have already known what would have happened had he tried to jackhammer Braun Strowman. He would have literally collapsed.
He would have died.
Yeah, he would have collapsed and died. Because Braun Strowman would have fucking tumbled his old ass down. And I'm like, yo, Goldberg, get your stupid ass out of the ring, please. But, like I said, I'm glad Goldberg didn't win the match. Had Goldberg won the match, we would have had an emergency podcast right then and there.
Everybody would have. I legit would not be surprised if I was to see a fucking riot at Titan Tower. I would not be surprised if I saw a fucking riot. People out there with pitchforks and shit. I would have been out there. I'd be like, well, let me just go ahead and just make a quick trip. Yeah, and I would have been out there.
Like, why the fuck
ridiculous?
Win the goddamn...
fucking ridiculous.
And the fact that this man challenged the belt. Why are we talking about
this or having to make this?
I don't know.
Right. Like, why are we making this an option or a thing saying, oh my God, I'm so scared that blah, 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 that Goldberg was going to win in 2021? Like, that makes absolutely no fucking... You already had this man kill one of your hottest creations, one of your hottest fucking wrestlers. What more? Like, what else? What else? Go away.
Yeah. But he's contractually obligated to superhero guy. No, the fuck he isn't.
No, I don't want to hear. No, please do not tell me that. He ain't no fucking superhero to me. He ain't my fucking father. As I said many times before, me and my son, fuck him and fuck his son. I don't care. Goodbye.
Fuck superhero.
Yeah,
superhero Goldberg. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, to me, he's not a superhero. He's just a guy who can't wrestle more than 2 seconds. His matches either need to be...
Don't worry, y'all still in the reign of Roman.
You said what? I didn't hear you.
Don't worry, guys. He'll say it was from the tyranny of. He'll say, huh?
He says from the tyranny of
Can
Roman.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. He will say it was from the tyranny of the tribal chief.
Sure.
Goldberg.
I don't even like Roman Reigns. I like
Save us all.
but I don't even think that would be a smart move from Vince McMahon. If Goldberg beats Roman Reigns, I'm going to flip the fuck out.
I mean, if anyone beats Roman Reigns, it's stupid.
No, but if Goldberg beats Roman Reigns, you might as well just go ahead and turn that man right back to babyface and some shit and try it all over again. Because that.
No one's beating Roman.
And see that will never. He will never recover back from that. That
will end his career. Right? Oh god, that will end his career.
And what they're going to do? Give Alexa Bliss to fucking Roman Reigns to try to recruit because she's doing the damn best that she can to get make the Fiend relevant and
Yep, change up her moveset and everything. I love it.
Alexa will go to the Messiah, and she'll be reborn as Miss.
Yo, I hope and pray to good God Almighty that he does not go back to being the fucking Messiah, and he does not go against Rey Mysterio or the Mysterio family. Good.
Wow.
He is keeping
the Mysterio. No,
still that same gimmick.
Okay,
but he clearly came out as the Messiah, and he clearly still is the heel.
All right, that's cool. That's whatever.
Did you not see what he was doing at the Royal Rumble? The man was sitting out the ring like a fucking hamburger.
Okay.
Yeah, he had the glove on and everything with the slick back. Yeah.
All right. Next thing.
Slick back haircut.
Oh yeah, I gave that match. I gave that match 3 stars. Yeah, Goldberg was what kind of match? That was a 3-star match. You know what? It was a 2-star match. I'm lying. I literally overcompensated that one. 2-star match. That's all I'm giving.
No. 3 stars because Goldberg lost.
You know what? Yeah, okay. 3 stars because Goldberg lost. If Goldberg had won, it would have been a negative 20-star match for me. So yeah, Goldberg lost.
I don't know, guys.
But Goldberg.
I don't think y'all looking at the big picture.
You said what?
I said I don't know, guys. I don't think y'all looking at the big picture. Goldberg should have won.
You're gonna have to preface that. Ratings. This man was getting booed. He was getting booed throughout the cameras. Every time he had offense.
You want to see the ratings plummet? That's why you mentioned it, right? Because you want to see it plummet.
Nope.
Right?
See, that's how you do it. You have Roman beat Drew, then Roman's chosen to SmackDown, or better yet, Roman fights the Royal Rumble winner, takes his spot, goes to SmackDown, challenges Roman, becomes Universal Champ, Goldberg double champ. Man, we're gonna see the ratings be a 6.9.
Nah. You see ratings even lower than that.
6.9%. Not 6 million, as in 6 people.
It's gonna be.
I don't know what you mean.
Anywho.
No, you was right the first time. 6.9, 6 people will be watching that. Not 6 million, 6 people. 6, not even 600. 6.
I will be one of those people watching because I am loyal to Goldberg.
And then he's gonna tell what's his name? He's gonna tell the bucktooth bastard to go click in and watch. So that's 2. Vince McMahon will be 3. Goldberg's son will be 4, and then 2 other randos.
Bruce Pritchard, I love you.
Yeah.
Bruce Pritchard.
What in the hell were you doing, sir?
You don't remember his brother? Yeah.
Anywho, let's talk about the next thing. The one thing that was quite possibly the ugliest and funniest moment of the night.
Oh.
The Bad Bunny concert.
Who?
The Bad Bunny concert when he sung Booker T, and it was a shit performance.
Yeah, the Discount Pitbull.
Who?
Bad Bunny.
Discount Pitbull.
Who?
Stop it. You know Bad Bunny is actually one of the top of the charts in Latin America, bro.
That's fine, but I didn't understand what he said in that song, so I didn't care.
They could have put fucking subtitles on. That's not even me trying to again. Yo, you need to learn Spanish. I don't know Spanish, so therefore you could put some fucking subtitles on.
I'm not even saying the song was bad. I'm just saying I didn't understand it, so I ignored the entire segment.
Yeah, and then Booker T looking like a fool out there, and then fucking that performance was so bad.
Like,
people were like, "Yo,
Cobra Kai."
Yo, there was a shit ton of people that was. Wait, what? What did you just say about Cobra Kai?
Huh? Cobra.
Okay. So we saw that nonsense. Booker T looked so weird out there. The performance was just fucking ugly as hell. And there are like a billion memes on people making fun of Bad Bunny. And like people are like, Bad Bunny's a top selling artist. Okay, it doesn't mean his performance was good. It was still shit. Like that doesn't change anything. But that shit was so goddamn ugly that we put memes in the chat. If anybody wants to go see those.
I don't think that they tried really hard this year because it was just like, well, ain't no crowd, so what the fuck ever. That's literally how I think that they just did it this year.
I mean, that we haven't tried in years.
Yeah, but at least they get Pitbull. I mean, at least Pitbull somebody like, but you get. Well, I've never fucking heard of Bad Bunny. I've never heard of Bad Bunny, and I think that's such a. First of all, I think the name is fucking stupid, but I've never heard. That's a.
Never heard of it either.
Yeah, and that's when he said to sing his song Booker T, and I was like, okay, it is about Booker T. You see Booker T just sitting there, crossed arm, looking like a weirdo, and I'm like, okay, all right, Booker T, you do you, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I'm just like, whatever. You do look like a fool. And then I watched the actual video. The song sounds okay. The actual song, not what was on that fucking stage. That shit was trash. In the actual video, Booker T doesn't look like an idiot. He looks okay. He looks genuinely okay in the video. And Booker T did look kind of gangster. He's like, tell me you did not just say that to The Miz and Morrison. Which, I'm going to go on a little tangent here. Speaking of The Miz and Morrison. When is Money in the Bank?
Let's look it up. Money in the Bank, May 2nd.
So The Miz got till May to cash in that stupid fucking Money in the Bank briefcase. Or he's going to lose it. Now my next thing. They gave this man back the briefcase. Right? Then he's been threatening Drew McIntyre for weeks, right? Why didn't he take advantage of any of the championship matches today? On Sunday.
Here's the question. I have another question to counteract your question.
What's the question?
Do we care?
I kind of do. I mean, if you're going to take it away from him,
I don't.
And then give it back to him, you damn sure better have something going on with it. Because at this point, it is dumb as shit. Because it's like, yo, take that shit off of him. He keeps fucking ruining some of these segments. Because he's like, I have the briefcase. I could easily blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And then Morrison backing him up. I'm like, oh my God. Morrison, why did they put you with this man? You are officially shit off of being in this man's aura when you're clearly a better fucking wrestler than him. You're better at everything except for your finisher is kind of shit, but you know, Starship Pain, you know, whatever. At this point, I feel like The Miz and Morrison are pointless on television. And every time I see them, I get legit angry. Or, you know what else legit angers me? We'll talk about it during the Royal Rumble. So the next match, in this what's it called was Sasha versus Carmella. What did I say about a match where you can't? It's almost impossible to make a bag of trash look good. And Sasha tried, and she tried her damnedest, but she can't. She could not make Carmella look good. I'm just glad Carmella wasn't wearing her stupid other outfit. She's wearing an equally dumb outfit, but this looks better than the other one. Carmella, I don't know why they're randomly pushing Carmella like the way they're pushing her. They need to stop. It needs to end. Because for me, it's like
she's pushing up on Corey Graves' dick.
I mean, yeah, I guess her and Corey Graves are in a relationship. Okay, Corey has no pull backstage.
That's the only explanation I have.
Unless she's doing it to Vince, you know. But that's yeah, but you know Vince is taken by his people who left his dusty asshole, Bruce Pritchard.
Oh my goodness.
Vince, I want your ass.
I thought we was done.
I said Japanese prison rape and the fourth Chaos Emerald. I ain't saying nothing about Vince's dusty asshole.
No, first of all, it wasn't fourth Chaos Emerald. Well, actually, yeah, it was that too. But no, we're done. We're done with that. We're done with Dusty booty hoes.
Okay. Vince has an empty butthole.
We're done with Vince's butthole.
What do we have? So, like I said, the match that we watched with Carmella versus Sasha, it just wasn't good and literally could not get past the word go in entertainment and was fucking boring as all shit. If anybody disagrees with me, I don't know why, but that match was just fucking bad. It was quite possibly one of the worst matches of the night, besides the tag team match, but that's neither here nor there. Does anybody disagree with me on this one? Hello?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. One thing I put in my notes is after this damn match, right? It was only 7:44. We had 2 matches, and it barely just started. That's what I put in my notes.
Well,
that was fucking amazing. But yeah, let's get started with the Women's Royal Rumble. The Women's Royal Rumble. Bayley and Naomi were the first 2. Bianca Belair was the 3rd. Billie Kay was the 4th. Now, instead of going to the list of, all the participants in this Royal Rumble, I'm going to go and go through my notes. All right, of course I did 3. Jillian Hall was 8. Does anybody know who the fuck Jillian Hall was?
Nope, remember I kept asking you?
Yeah, that shit was weird, and it almost sounded like Vince was just, that's who I'm going to get in the Royal Rumble. I'm like, Vince, what? Who the fuck is this? Why did you put this person in the Royal Rumble? Then the dumbass had the balls to put Victoria in the Royal Rumble, and I was like, okay, I guess. In which it kind of made me go look back at the roster, because you did say something about the men's Royal Rumble that I think also applied to the females Royal Rumble. We had Jillian Hall and Victoria when we could have got, I don't know who else, fucking Mia Yim, or fucking what's her name? Any other female from the roster of NXT, especially. Anybody else?
Mm-hmm.
But instead, we got 2 very old women to get in that ring and barely did anything. And I was like, okay, I guess. Of course, Rhea Ripley was 14, and I actually liked Rhea Ripley in this match. She actually did very good, and I was kind of pissed when she got eliminated, but she was the last 2 with Bianca Belair. I was thinking of somebody else. I'm sorry. Rhea Ripley lasted up to the last 2, which her and Bianca Belair, for me, either one of them could have won, and I would have been happy. What about you on that one, Mr. Spirit?
I'm just glad that the person wanted it. You know, when it got down, it had its funny moments.
Yeah, like when Naomi
I will
kept grabbing
admit,
her hair.
that shit was funny. She was like, "Get the fuck off my head!" I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm trying to help her." Like, all right, shit, let's do this together. That shit was funny because that's really how black women talk. Like, girl, you get the fuck off my head. And then I know as much as I don't actually particularly like Billy Kay or Peyton Royce when it was the Iconics, I'm gonna admit that shit actually was kind of funny though. How Billy Kay kept going up to people when they was coming down, like, "Hey, so my resume," and like the look Tony Storm gave her. Tony Storm pulled her shades down, like, looked at the camera, and then just walked away.
That was pretty cool.
That shit was funny. Yeah, just certain little aspects and stuff like that for it, or whatever. It wasn't, of course, you know, every year, you know, hey, we got the thing though, speaking of the whole Naomi with the hair thing, I like, okay, Kofi did the joint, and it's like, now every single word, like, now that's her shtick, and it's like, we don't have to, like, it's just like, it's now going to be, let shit just kind of flow or happen naturally. Like, okay, hey, her feet never really touched the ground. Oh, now we gotta figure out. And like the other year when it was like super goddamn elaborate, having her, it's like, they won't let, so like, they make us feel guilty. Like, remember that episode of Family Guy when Stewie made a joke and then Brian laughed and then Stewie was like, "Oh my god, it's not that funny. Oh god, I regret telling it. Oh, I regret saying it."
Yeah,
that's what WWE sometimes do. They make us regret liking something. Because then it's just like, hey, they're going to take it and keep going with it. Remember Titus World Slide?
Yep.
Fucking regret ever laughing at that shit and finding that shit so funny. Because then what did they do? For like the whole entire week on Raw, SmackDown. Damn, I think they even had commercials on NXT.
Yeah,
I was like, I regret this so hard. I regret this so fucking hard.
Yeah, they kept showing the Titus World Slide, and it's like, yo, okay, it's not funny anymore
like,
because you keep showing it.
It's not like, great, thank you killed it. And literally I think that's what they do. Like when Kofi did it for his WrestleMania the years ago and shit, and it's just like, yo, alright, we loved it. Never seen it kind of done before or whatever like that. And then ever since then it's like, alright, yeah, I don't like it no more. I hate it.
Yeah.
Every time something new or something innovative happens, please don't like it or say anything or comment about it, because then WWE was gonna be like, "Oh, they liked it. All right, cool. Let's repeat it until they hate it." That's your punishment for liking something different.
Exactly. Right? But Kofi was the one that was doing it first, though. Kofi was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it like this."
No, I know. Yeah, and it was something that was different, and then we fucking loved it. And then when y'all started making the women's shit, then it's like, all right, here, who black do we have that's athletic? All right, here you go, Naomi.
Yeah.
Like, you just put it from one token black person to the next.
All right, the next person.
That's really not.
Yeah. The next person we got was Charlotte Flair, in which at that point I was like, okay. The rules state that if you're in a championship match at the Royal Rumble, you cannot be in the Royal Rumble. That's how it's always been. I don't think they even know their fucking rules. So, when I saw Charlotte Flair enter the goddamn ring, I was like, you were in a championship match earlier that night. Why are you in? Carmella was in a championship match and should not have been in the Royal Rumble. Now, that
Becky Lynch was in a championship match and then
into the Royal Rumble, but hers made sense. They actually found a loophole to actually story-wise, because what's her name got injured and she just walked out for it and said, I'll do it for her. Call it a day, which would have made sense. Fine. I get it. Cool. Right? But every time a fucking something like that happens, and I like, yo, I remember when Roman Reigns was number 30 at that one Royal Rumble, and I was like, dog, you just fought Brock Lesnar this night. You can't be here. Stop breaking the rules, Vince. Stop breaking your rules just to have people come out. That doesn't even make any sense. It's like you're scraping the bottom of your barrel, but you aren't pushing your talent. What the fuck, man? Why is Victoria here? Who cares? If Lita Hay came out, I would have been like, "Oh my god, are you serious?" The next person was Dana Brooke, and she shitted up that match understandably. Did she eliminate anybody? Because I was like, if she eliminates anybody, I'm going to be mad. Period.
Nope. I don't think she did.
Okay.
I don't think.
Nope. Dana Brooke didn't eliminate nobody. Thank fucking Christ. Dana Brooke, yeah, that was, yeah, she shitted up that match. The next person was Tori goddamn Wilson. Why was Tori Wilson in this goddamn match? That goes back to what I was saying. Why aren't you pushing talent? Why are you pushing old talent that no longer wrestles?
So, because they buried themselves in the conundrum. They have no one else.
NXT has a shit ton of women down there.
Well, unfortunately, mostly everyone in NXT gets buried on the main roster.
Whatever. After Tori Wilson, Lacey Evans came in and got beat up by Charlotte. And then finally entered the match. You know? And she kind of shitted up the match a little bit. Mickie James came in. I still like Mickie James. She can still wrestle. So I didn't give a fuck. Cross, no. I'm sorry. Sirach came in. Sirach Icken came in. And her new theme was just plain fucking disgusting. Sirach Icken is, she used to be Nikki Cross.
Oh my goodness.
Nicole Cross.
I'm not calling her that either. I don't. Her new theme, she got demoted. Her name is Sirach Icken now. Like, that shit. Fucking. What happened? Why? God damn it, yo. Like, I don't want to go on a tangent, but why the fuck? Okay. And then she got eliminated by goddamn Carmella. That don't even make you look good. That makes you look like shit. Then Alicia Fox appeared. By a show of hands, how many did not know Alicia Fox still worked with this company? Anybody? Does anybody not know?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Alicia Fox, did you know she still worked with the company before that day? For that day?
I could have sworn she was part of the Legends night.
Yeah, that's how you know Vince was losing his fucking stupidity. And then this was the second problem of the night. This is actually starting to get on my everlasting nerves. Why did, for me, and this is probably just my opinion, why did they have to disrespect the women by having R-Truth come out and they have anything to do with that stupid 24/7 title? Can anybody answer that? Did anybody else feel a little disrespected about that?
I have no words.
You have no words for it?
Mm-mm.
I was the only one that felt a little bit like this didn't even need to happen here. Why is this happening here? That shit to me was dumb as fuck.
It happened.
Why did they keep putting the belt? Why did they keep, like, it was during their match, and I'm like, yo, you could not have put it on, I don't know, the men's match, but instead you had it interrupt the female match. And I'm like, if I was a female wrestler, I would have been like, Vince, you did not even need this during this segment. What was the point of this? Like, come on, bro. And then to make it even funnier, what's his name got the belt earlier in the night. One of the people that be on the panel, I don't even know when R-Truth got the belt back, actually. That's the funny part, because I stopped caring. That belt is so fucking bad and not funny anymore. Like, I'm getting sick of that damn belt. And I hope and pray to God that Vince dies and Triple H gets the fucking company and goes, yeah, fuck that belt. Throw it in the trash. Please. Because that would be the first thing I do. First thing I do, I'd be like, they'd be like, it's time to play the game. I'd be like, R-Truth, come out here. Give me the belt. Set it on fire. I'd be like, all females, come out here. All of you are on the same show. Which one do you want to be on? Thank you. There would be, yeah. Like, fuck it. Oh, network. We're always going to be 2 hours. No longer 3 hours. We don't need 3 hours. Fucking NXT is no longer going to be live on the fucking USA Network. SmackDown, we're going to move you back to Tuesdays. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Oh, wait, no, that's Fox. Fox moved into Fridays. Never mind about that one. Okay? But that would be my executive orders if I took over the company. I'd be like, you know, some of that shit got to change immediately. And I'd be like, Stephanie, my wife, I love you. You can no longer write for any of these fucking shows. You're not good at this job. Stop writing episodes. Oh, yeah, Stephanie still writes for some episodes. They are understandably shit because she doesn't know how to write. But whatever. That's whatever on that one. Like I'm like the lady Stephanie McMahon behind the cameras is a pretty nice down to earth woman. But Stephanie McMahon in front of them cameras is just what the fuck, and her writing style is just like what the fuck. And they gave her a book, and I was like, you can write a book, but you can't write a script. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, moving on from this shit, dog. I will get rid of that damn title. Something fierce. Next, we got Mandy Rose. I'm like, okay. Then we got Dakota Kai. And it was like, all right, we got some NXT talent. Then Carmella came out. And I was like, oh. And then after that, the greatest female wrestler of all time came out. Does anybody know who that is after Carmella came out? They might remember. It was Tamina.
Oh.
and yet, this is the second time where both me and Spirit, while eating this hot pot, goes, you're still with the company? What the fuck?
What?
That's twice we did this. I've never been so baffled at a show. Where me and Spirit are both going, this person's still hired? Why are they still hired? They're clearly not being used. The fuck is Tamina still doing there for? The fuck? Then we got Lana. Then we got Lana. Then we got Alexa Bliss, which was unceremoniously deleted out of that match. That shit was so funny. She didn't even get a chance to transform or nothing. They were like, Rhea Ripley, and that's why I fucked with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was like, nope. Like, nope, just get out of here. Of course, Ember Moon came out after Alexa. Nia Jax came out, and then Natalya, and Natalya got eliminated by Bianca. And of course, we all know Bianca Belair was the motherfucking winner of the match. What else? The next match, I believe Spirit pointed something out during the entrance of one Roman Reigns. Spirit, what was it again? Spirit?
Paul
Heyman's face?
Oh, yeah, I don't know if, I don't know how or why I was noticing this, but ever since like when he came down the ramp, like the entire time Paul was looking at him, like he literally just wanted to take his cheeks. Like he had like the little creepy smile. Like he went from creepy smile and then just to pedal it just was bad. And I made it just a thing saying like, yo, if your girl doesn't look at you like how Paul looks at Roman, like she ain't for you.
Yo, he did look at it like he's like, ooh, sweetie swooty. No. He said, looking like a Reese's cup, and I need a piece.
Oh my god, no. Hey, you're not doing that. We're not bringing that into 2021 either.
Why not?
No, because he's been watching a certain somebody for over and over, and no.
I'm trying to practice.
No.
He was like, Roman, you gonna take a shower later? Oh man, I wish I had the picture. I wish I took like a video or a picture. I would use that all the time. The face that he made and he never blinked. That's the part that fucked me up. He moved his head up and down and he did not blink. And he looked at Roman with his face like, oh yeah. Oh my god. He never even looked at Brock Lesnar that way, but he looked at Roman like that. But the best part I can say, or the best match of that night was this match. It was just entertaining from start to finish. The golf cart was entertaining. The spots were entertaining. Everything was entertaining. The fact that they kept finding loopholes and getting up in a last man standing match was great. And it was fucking amazing. The one criticism I had, and I know Spirit knows this, is the crane. I would have literally just smushed Roman on the table with the crane, so Roman wouldn't have got up at all. I the only one thinking he was going to do that?
I'm seeing crazy.
Yeah, I thought he was going to smush him, considering that Roman beat Big Show by throwing the announce table over him, even though the announce table was made out of paper, but whatever. I was like, that wouldn't have been as crazy. He could have just took the forklift and lowered the pallet on top of him, and he would have got the 10 count easily. I was like, Kevin, why didn't you think that one through, Chief? And instead, he jumped on top of it and fucked himself up. Roman literally was bleeding, and Roman had lucky blood. I like when matches have lucky blood. It makes the match look more visceral. You know, I love it. Like fucking Kenta versus Aleister Black. I mean, my bad. His name wasn't Kenta when he was here. I forgot his name. Hideo Itami versus Aleister Black, when they were fighting, Aleister Black showed some lucky blood. So to make the match look more visceral and the hits look more dangerous. It was just great. But yeah, by the end of the match, you know, after Golf Cart said you thought I read a meme that it said that he hit him with the fucking he had the mushroom on and he hit him. That's why he hit him so goddamn hard. Oh shit. He said, Yahoo! Oh god. Hold up a second. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, the match was visceral enough, except the ending where clearly Roman couldn't get unlocked. So Kevin Owens had to look like an idiot. For the last 5 minutes, Paul Heyman and Roman were struggling to get the handcuff off, and I was like, it's clearly a botch, because now Kevin Owens is up and he's looking dead at him, and he had to go pretend like he's still stunned. And then as soon as it happens, he gets on top of him with the guillotine, and I was like, okay. Yeah, okay, game. Not okay, game, but I was like, yeah, okay, WWE. That didn't make no sense. We both know that made no sense. Yeah, that's why I said legit. That was a great match till that ending. But I would have to give the match of the night to Roman versus Kevin Owens, and I actually had fun. What about you guys? Oh yeah, and the women's Royal Rumble, at certain entrances, people look CG. This shit looks weird. Hello? Guys, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asking your opinion on the match.
Match was the match. Match was the match of all matches in the intergalactic cosmos.
I didn't hear you.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
The match was the match in the intergalactic cosmos.
You have no opinion on the match, do you?
The match was fine.
It was
whatever. It was better than Goldberg.
It was 110 times better than Goldberg's match. Goldberg ended his match with a concussion. I think it looked like that man was dead. Fucking fucking if anybody in the match where Kevin Owens or Roman Reigns actually had a concussion, I would not have been surprised. They both did some dumb shit in this match, and I wouldn't have been surprised if any of them had concussion, except for that one spear that Roman did, which clearly wasn't a spear, but a helpful nudge into the lights. But whatever.
I mean, the match was fine until the end.
Yeah, the match was fine to the end.
Ending was very weird.
All right.
Felt anticlimactic.
Yes. And then there's the men's Royal Rumble. Right? The men's fucking Royal Rumble. No, my bad. The men's Jump Edge show. Which kept fucking happening. It didn't make any sense for half those people to just keep jumping Edge. And I'm like, why are we jumping Edge right now? Why do we keep jumping Edge? Why is Edge being jumped again? And again, and again, and again.
They're the young guys. He's the old man.
Randy Orton is not young. But
they're the new talent. He's the old gun. And they wanted him out.
Randy Orton also isn't the new talent.
Hey, man.
But yeah, let's move on. Edge came out as number 1 in the men's Royal Rumble. And Spirit was like, oh my goodness, he better not. I hear voices. She got so mad. She's like, why did they put them next to each other? And why did they continue with this nonsense? She was getting so bad. I was like, I mean, it only makes sense that this is a thing right now. And yeah, he beat up Randy Orton before the game even started and made Randy Orton have an injury later in the match. So Randy Orton had to be out, which didn't make no sense. So Randy Orton did the thing. So when Randy Orton did that, I was like, Randy Orton's going to win the match or being a part of the final 2. And I was correct. Of course, Sami Zayn came out, of course. They started jumping on Edge. Then Mustafa started jumping on Edge. And then Jeff Hardy came out to try to help out. And it barely worked, I guess. And in my notes, Carlito came back as number 8. I don't know why Carlito was even here. And I would have been like, yo, my cousin and nephew literally had a horrible experience with you, so I'm not going to come back anymore. But he came back. And then Kane came in.
Because he's Jack, that's why.
Yeah, whatever. Ricochet was in this match, and I legitimately didn't care. I cared when Damian Priest came in. That was pretty fun. The Miz came in and shitted up the match. Riddle came in and had a good part. And so did Daniel Bryan. I'm skipping around because I don't feel like. What else is here? Kane. When Kane came in, I don't know if anybody could see the face of people in the what's called, but people were so fucking confused on why Kane was even there. And if I was from the state where Kane was the mayor, I'd be like, get your ass back in the city, bro. What are you doing out here? Of course, we got huh? What were you saying?
Would it be sad that I actually fell asleep in the match until Christian came out?
Nope. I'm not gonna lie. The men's Royal Rumble was not as good as the females this year. It was just not.
Well, I was a tired human being, so.
Hey man, I get you.
I woke up and I heard. Oh, like what the fuck? He's back?
Yeah.
And cleared? And taking bumps?
Yep. Dominic Mysterio. I'm gonna talk about him for a second. This man eliminated King Corbin and got some points. All to get eliminated 5 seconds later. Huh?
I was like, he got no points. He failed.
He got a point for eliminating a shit person and then literally gets eliminated shittily a couple minutes later, which is dumb. Who else? Hurricane Helms is there. Like, that didn't need to be a thing.
He should have came back as Gregory Helms.
Yep. And again, so by the end of this, of course, Edge won. Two things that I had a problem with this Royal Rumble, and I know Spirit had the same problem. One, why they need to change the rule about outside parties being able to eliminate people, because that is legit stupid. Because Almas eliminated like 4 people by himself. It's like, why are you fucking eliminating people? Why do you get the chance to take people out the ring? That is the most unfair shit ever. Braun Strowman did the smart thing when he was about to eliminate him in the same area as Almas. He eliminated AJ Styles in a complete opposite direction. He changed the direction and eliminated this man, which makes sense. But legit, I did not think that they should probably take that ability away, because that shit is annoying. So, yo, you're not in the match, or you're no longer in the match. You can't just go back in the ring and throw somebody over the goddamn ropes. I mean, it was good when The Miz did it a couple of years ago to John Cena. He just ran back in the ring and eliminated John Cena. I was like, okay, that's fine. But when it happens almost every Royal Rumble with some bullshit happens, it legit agitates the shit out of me. It's like, yo, this don't even make any sense. But whatever. And the next thing, they wasted 3 spots. Where the fuck was Keith Lee? Or,
COVID, sir.
He got COVID?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. That makes sense. Okay. I guess that wraps up the Royal Rumble for now. Aftermath. So, the next thing I want to say, so we're about to get Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre, which is so fucking predictable for like 3 years. Edge went to NXT and may be challenging for the NXT champion. And my favorite, who got kicked out of wrestling? Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, he's gone. So is Steve Cutler.
And Steve Cutler, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Cutler fired because he tested positive for COVID and they fired him.
Okay, that doesn't seem right. That seems suable.
Because apparently they went to a house party or something. I don't fucking.
That's hilarious. Yeah, but Lars Sullivan, that one was the part where I kind of was a little confused. For Lars Sullivan, he no-showed tapings?
Apparently he was no-show.
I mean, what were they doing with him anyway?
Really? Oh, man, he had, that man had, like, anxiety issues and all these different type of issues. Plus, he apparently lost his father or something like that, too. So.
But they weren't even doing anything with the man. Like, they were legit not doing anything with him. What was he about to be in? Like, I would no-show as well, but, like, what were they doing? Like...
Yeah, but, we're not gonna waste time. We're not even gonna waste time asking these questions.
You're right. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add before we wrap it up?
No, I just hope to a better WrestleMania. That's all we can say.
Okay. All right. Hopefully we get a better WrestleMania. Hopefully it's going to be good. But for now, I don't see that happening. Like, I don't even know who Roman's fighting. I don't know who Drew McIntyre is fighting. But let's just say if they're fighting who I think they're fighting, it's probably going to be shit for McIntyre and Edge for fucking Roman Reigns, which would be bad for me. But, yeah. That being said, it's time to wrap it up. I will catch you guys in the next podcast. Hope you guys are prepared for it. Yes. Y'all not gonna say bye?
What's with the sexual?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's with the sexual tension?
It was not tension. It was just sexual.
Hey, man.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
What the fuck?